Hey everybody, my name is Angelina, and today we're going to be talking about advice for Christian teenagers. So, just to give a preface, I just want to point out that nobody is perfect and that we are all growing in Christ and we are all striving to be closer to Christ, or at least we should be. Even if you are not, you can still always change. You might perceive yourself in a way and think, I am not capable of becoming this person that, is a Christian and can be righteous. The first thing you need to do is accept that you can change through Christ, that you have the ability to do all things through God who strengthens us. Advice number 1, move forward. Your life has a purpose. Before the earth was even created, God had you in his mind. God had you in his plan. The devil is trying to waste your time, because time is very essential in life. We don't have enough time. We always think that we have more time. We always think that we can scroll on our phones right now because we will have more time later. We always think that we can sit and watch TV right now because we have more time later. We always think that we can ditch family and hanging out with family for one day because we will have more time later. We never know when it will be the end. We never know when we're going to die, it seems sad, but it is the truth. We never know when God is going to come down from the heavens. We never know when Jesus is going to come down again. And we need to realize that we don't have time. We don't have time to be sitting around. We don't have time to be waiting for something that there's no point in waiting for. Because you can do it now. You can change now. You can fix your life now. You can go and hang out with your family now. You can fix your relationships now. You can do it now. You don't need to wait. Unless God is telling you to wait, unless God is saying that it is your plan to wait for this, you don't need to wait. You are wasting your time. Everything you do should be towards a higher purpose and a higher goal. Never stop pushing yourself. Learn from your mistakes. Never stop bettering yourself. You should never be bored. You should never be thinking, oh, I'm the best I can be. You are never the best you can be. You will never, ever become the best you can be. That doesn't mean pushing yourself to how much other people say you can, to how much other people do push themselves. That means pushing yourself to as much as you can as a person. How you do one thing is how you do another. If you are going to do some simple task and you're not going to do it perfectly, you're not going to do the next thing perfectly. If you're going to wash the dishes and you're not going to do it perfectly, you're not going to wash off all the soap, you're not going to wash off all the dust, then later when you're writing a paper for research, when you're writing a very serious paper, you will not do it perfectly either, because you're going to think that it is okay to slack off for everything. Stay consistent. It's harder to quit once you have momentum. It is harder to quit when you know you have gone so far, you can't quit now. There is a great saying that says, I did not come this far just to come this far. Stay consistent. Keep going. Improving by 1% every day makes so much improvement in a year. Improving by 1% every week makes so much an improvement in a year. Improving yourself by 1%, even just every 2 weeks, every 3 weeks, makes a lot of difference in a year. Stay consistent and you will see changes. Don't be irrational with the changes that you make. You cannot possibly make drastic changes and stick to them when you don't have a drastic life right now. Small, consistent habits make a big difference. The time will pass either way. No matter what is going on, the time will pass. You don't want to lose weight right now, the time will pass either way. What are you waiting for? You don't want to get better at school right now, the time will pass either way. What are you waiting for? You don't want to work out right now, you want to scroll on your phone instead, the time will pass either way. What are you going to spend it doing? Advice number 2, you're responsible for your own actions. Do not fall for peer pressure. You will have many moments in your life where everybody or a lot of people are going to try to pressure you into doing things. Now, that doesn't just mean drugs and alcohol and cursing. That also means pressuring you into doing something that you don't want to with your life, into doing something that God doesn't have planned in store for you with your life. You're responsible for your own actions, meaning that when somebody is telling you that you should date this person and you know that God doesn't have that plan for you right now, do not be pressured into it, because at the end of the day, you are the one that's going to stand before God. You are the one that's going to be judged. It is your life and nobody else's. When you stand before God, you can't say, oh, well, this person pressured me into it. That just won't happen. You're going to have to own up for your own mistakes, no matter who pressured you into it. Do not fall for peer pressure. Don't play the victim. Take accountability, take ownership, no matter if it was somebody else's fault. When you play the victim, you are saying that you don't have control of the situation. When you don't play the victim, you are saying that you can change and that you have control of the situation and control to change it. Advice number 3, Nothing is that deep. Problems happen, but that's life. There will be so many moments in your life where it seems like your world is crumbling. In reality, it's not. It might seem like it always does. It happens very often, but that does not mean it is true. Nothing is that deep. Somebody made fun of you today. Boo hoo. Who cares? You have Jesus on your side. Somebody rejected you. Boo hoo, who cares? You have Jesus on your side. At the end of the day, let's remember that we have Jesus on our side, that we have God, our Savior, on our side, that we have the Creator of the universe on our side. If God is my refuge, I will not be afraid. What can man do to me? At the end of the day, everything is temporary except him who gives us eternity. Advice number 4. Act and walk with love. Jesus calls us to love one another. One of the most important commandments in the Bible states that we should love one another just as Christ loved the church. John 13:34. Do not repay evil for evil. Somebody does harm to you, you don't need to do harm to them back. That's not how it works. We have to represent Christ with our actions. Would Christ repay them back for evil? No, don't do it. People don't understand how much you make a difference in when you're spreading the gospel, how much your actions make a difference. If you are not representing Christ with your actions, what does that show the person that you are spreading the gospel to? If you're acting evil and malicious, that person is looking at you and thinking Christians are evil and malicious. Advice number 5, your relationship with God won't always look perfect. Sometimes you feel far from God. Recognize those moments and take steps to get closer to him. Right now, I have recently had a fallout where I have felt very far from God. I have felt very distant. But you need to recognize those moments, take grasp of the situation, and change. The most important thing is that you don't dwell in that you don't keep getting farther and farther and farther, but that you recognize it, you take grasp of the situation, and you grow. Bad things happening isn't a sign that you're doing something wrong. It could possibly even be, a lot of the times, a sign that you're doing something right, because when you are getting close to God, the devil is trying to grasp you from him. You're going to look at people and you're going to see their perfect lives, and you're going to see how Christianity is so perfect. That is not necessarily true. Yes, Christianity is amazing. Yes, following Jesus is amazing. But that doesn't mean that your walk with God will always be pitch perfect. That does not mean that you're going to be like all these influencers who spend hours praying, who spend hours reading the Bible, which you should strive to be, but that doesn't mean you are always going to be. Advice number 6, have faith in God and his plans for you. Stop being so worried about the future. Stop being so worried about tomorrow, and have faith that God will provide for your life and fulfill your life. Advice number 7, protect your mind and what you consume. The things you consume have so much impact on your mind. If you're listening to songs about cursing, if you're listening to songs that invoke inappropriate behavior, you're going to start to think that way. You're going to start to remember these songs in your head, and you might even sing them out loud. You might accidentally even curse. It happens to me. It happens to everybody. Stop consuming bad things. You are like a sponge. If you're always listening to depressing things, you are going to be depressed. Advice number 8, you can still be Christian and have fun and love your life. There's a common misconception that Christians are sad, that we are boring, that we don't have fun. That is not true. We can still have fun and love our lives. Change your definition of fun. Partying. You don't need to party to have fun. You don't need to drink to have fun. You don't need to smoke to have fun. You don't need to be lustful to have fun. Learn other ways to have fun. You can still have fun and live and follow Jesus. Jesus had fun. The apostles had fun. They had parties, but not drinking parties. They had kind parties. They had parties to celebrate Jesus. Have fun and love your life through following Jesus. Surround yourself around godly people. Advice number 9. Don't be afraid to be criticized. When I gave my life to Christ, I got so much criticism from everybody, from my family, from my friends. Everybody that I knew I had gotten criticism from. They will hate you because of my name, but not hair on your head will be lost. Luke 21:17. There will be people that the devil tries to use to reach you when he can't reach you yourself. There are going to be people that try to pull you from God. There are going to be people that try to change your mind. There are going to be people that speak in your ear and gossip in your ear and try to invoke you to be mad, to be angry, to be upset. Do not listen to those people. Do not let those people control your life or your thoughts or your emotions. Do not be controlled by them, because the devil uses people to reach you when he cannot reach you himself. Remember this. Advice number 10, do not wait until you're older to take your faith seriously. Everybody thinks they have time. I've said this before. I will say it again. Everybody thinks they have time. You don't know. You don't know when you are going to die. You don't know when Jesus is going to come down. You just have no clue. If you die today, think about this. If you died today, would you go to heaven or hell? And people don't understand or grasp this mentality, don't grasp the severity of the situation. If you die today, are you going to go to heaven or hell? Are you going to spend eternity with Jesus or eternity with the devil? Small daily habits matter. You don't need to be perfect to follow God and have faith. Of course, you should be trying to expand your faith every single day, but that does not mean that you need to be perfect and be this super Christian to follow God. Small daily habits matter. Walking with God isn't a chore or a job, it is a blessing. The closer we get to God, the more we realize that reading our Bible is a blessing, that praying is a blessing, that all of these things are blessings. To be able to do these things and become closer to God is all a blessing. Advice number 11. Comparison is the thief of joy. Everybody has their own journey. Do not compare yours. I feel like this advice was kind of said in previously, but it's not well interpreted there. Everybody has their own journey. Your journey will not look like everybody else's. Don't compare yourself to everybody else in their journey. Don't compare yourself to how they look, including don't compare yourself to their Bible reading habits. Don't compare yourself to their prayer habits, to their meditation habits, to how close they are with Jesus and how maybe you're not. To any way that you may be comparing yourself, stop. Everybody has their own journey. Just make sure you are focusing on yours instead of theirs. I had this one time where I was wrestling, I'm a wrestler, and I was staring at this girl that I was going to wrestle, and I was obsessing over everything she was doing, if she was warming up or not. I turned to my coach and I said, hey, look, she's not warming up, I might be good. My coach turned to me, never heard him raise his voice, he turned to me, raised his voice, and said, stop worrying about her and worry about yourself. Stop worrying about everybody else and worry about yourself. Stop worrying about their faith and worry about yourself. Their faith, their journey should not matter to you unless you are taking inspiration. You can't sit there and be like, oh, I wish I was like that. Change and do something about it. Lastly, advice number 12. Don't focus on the temporary. You have eternal life with God. Stop wasting all your time on the things of the world. Everything around you see is temporary. This notebook is temporary. My phone is temporary. The person you want so badly to get with is temporary. Your body is temporary that you are obsessed with. Stop focusing so much on everything that is temporary, the things of the world. You should be focusing on the things which are eternal, Jesus Christ. You should be striving to get closer to God so that you can have the things which are eternal rather than the things which are temporary. That will be all I have for today. Thank you so much for watching my video. I may sound harsh and I may sound blunt, but that is how it is. As Christian teenagers, we are pulled into so many misconceptions. We are always so confused on what we should be doing, how we should be living. And we just need to grasp the fact that Jesus is with us and that nothing can take us from that. Remember that and realize that and truly soak in it. Do not forget that we are young, that we are changing, that we can still change no matter what we have done, and that Jesus forgives us. Don't take what I'm saying as harsh, but take them as blunt, because the truth is blunt. Change your life. But don't forget to not be so harsh on yourself. Don't forget to remember that God is with you through everything you do. No matter how much you are upset right now, He will be there for you. No matter what you are going through, just remember that you are going through it with God by your side. Please comment in the comments if you have any ideas for videos, if you have any questions, if you would like to contact me and speak with me about any matters. And if you would like, I have an Instagram group chat for Christians and I have a lifestyle group chat for disciplined lifestyles. If you want, the link will be in the description below. Thank you so much for watching my video. Thank you for listening to me, and I hope you have a blessed day. God be with you all.